Here we are with another edition of Spooky Reviews from Spooky Ventures. For this week's 63rd edition, I'm looking at the DVD release of The Dead Girl in Apartment 03, or that 03, however you want to pronounce it, from Wild Eye Releasing. This movie is definitely a slow burn, but that's not a bad thing. That sort of pacing allows for them to really create a suitably spooky atmosphere. The film starts with a man being interrogated by the police about a number of deaths. It goes from there to a flashback that shows how the deaths happened, and that is the main story, the bulk of the film. I have to say that one of the first thrills for me was when I saw Adrienne King in this movie. I'm a huge fan of the Friday the 13th series, so her appearance was a real treat for this viewer anyway. She dropped out of sight for many years, largely because of an unfortunate and frightening fan stalking incident. So we haven't gotten to see her in a lot of things over the years like we do a lot of other actors. That made this appearance that much sweeter. While her character is one of the detectives on the case, it isn't actually one of the starring roles or performances, but it's meatier than your standard cameo, and she really got to show off the fact that she still has her acting chops intact. So the thing is when you watch as much indie horror as I do, you tend to expect less than great performances. Everyone here really did a great job, though. The production and acting are all top drawer. I would definitely call this a horror movie, but it's also a supernatural thriller. The premise is that a young woman finds her roommate dead after hearing scratching sounds coming from her room. The sense of dread and fear grows slowly but steadily, particularly for the alert viewer. That's because a lot of the spookier stuff happens in the background for a long time. That means the main character doesn't see it, but the viewer does. The movie is packed full of creepy charm, and the story is not as simple as you might think it would be. While it feels like a ghost story, there is quite a bit more at play here than just that. Overall, don't expect the kind of in-your-face horror that newer audiences often come looking for. A lot of this is more subtle. It's about creating a mood. Alfred Hitchcock said that the terror wasn't in the bang, but rather in the anticipation of it. I think the filmmakers took that to heart. We do get some pretty freaky stuff late, but the bulk of the movie is all about creating that anticipation. This comes with quite a few bonus features, including a making-of film, an early short from the writer and director of this movie, a cool poster, and more. While those are all interesting, the film itself is where the real magic lies. And I really, really enjoyed the movie a lot. Spooky Ventures is the home for spooky content and spooky merchandise on the web. Check it out today at spookyventures.com. And remember, always keep it spooky.